And thank you for tuning in to Community Updates right here on WJZZ Cool TV. We thank you for all of our viewerships, over 10,000 viewers. We thank you for that. And tonight we're going to be giving away some information. I've got some hot topics to tell you about, some great information. Get your paper, get your pencil, so you can get this great information before we meet our guests and go into what our topic will be on this evening. So first, let me tell you, this Saturday, you've heard me speaking about it, there will be a donation giveaway. The Lions Club International, of which I'm a member, we are the largest service organization in the world. And we will be doing a donation giveaway this coming Saturday, August the 27th at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 110 West 7 Mile Road between Woodward and John R. Again, that's 110 West 7 Mile Road between Woodward and John R. So we need you to come out. We've got furniture free. Can we say free together?
Free.
Free furniture giveaway. And these things are nice items.
Very nice.
I can't even tell you how the floodgates, Lord, it's just been last night. I got 3 more sets of dining room furniture, living room furniture, futons, flat screen TVs, stove, dryer, so many things. It's just phenomenal. Today, another 3 or 4 sets of furniture that we'll be picking up on Friday, and we will have clothing there as well. There are men's suits, silk shirts, women's designer clothing. I've got a car full of things right now: crock pots, bread makers. All these things look brand new. And when you're transitioning, when you're starting all over, that's the who we're is for anyone that's in need. And we're going to be talking about mental health this evening. Part of our mental health is our environment. And so we need our environment to look good, to look fresh. And when you maybe you've gone through something. When we did this is our 3rd annual one. I've really been doing this for about 20 years, but now with the Lions Club, we've made it even larger. And so we had a lot of people at last Thanksgiving that came out that were burned out of their homes, transitioning from being out of prison, battered and starting all over, no job, starting all over, just needing some new things, maybe the comforters. It was prior to getting cold. Beautiful comforters. So please come out this Saturday, August the 27th, 10 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. And we've partnered this time with the Arab American Chaldean Council, and it will be held at their building, the ACC Center, at 110 West 7 Mile Road between Woodward and John R. And that's 110 West 7 Mile Road between Woodward and John R. This Saturday, free furniture giveaway, clothing, you name it, towel sheets, pillowcases. We've got it all. Come out and get it. It's all free. Bring a truck. Bring your truck. We've got so much furniture. If you don't have a truck or can't borrow a truck from someone you know, Home Depot, you can rent trucks for $25 for 75 minutes. Go rent a truck. $25 for 75 minutes, and I don't believe you need a credit card to rent those trucks. So please go. This is Lions Club International and the Arab American Chaldean Council, and it will be held at their location this coming Saturday, 110 West 7 Mile Road. Bring your truck, get all the free stuff. Next, also, the Lions Club has a bed. We'll be building beds along with the Sleep in Heavenly Peace organization. On September the 10th, we will be building beds, and the Rotary Club will be working with us as well. Come on out. On September the 10th, we'll be at Lowe's, and I highlighted Lowe's address, but we'll be at Lowe's on Newburgh, 6555 North Newburgh Road in Westland. We'll be there on September the 10th from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. building beds for youth. No child should have to sleep on the floor.
Exactly.
So sleep in heavenly peace, and we're going to have them on and one of our Lions Club members before the 10th to speak more about this. But we need more volunteers. We need more volunteers for the donation giveaway tomorrow. So if you have your organization, people that want to come out and volunteer, as well as get some things for yourself if you want, then please come out. We had fur coats being given away, 3 mink coats last time. Don't miss. People like, oh, I said, I told you to come.
Right.
So come on out. And then we got again the bed giveaway. We also, the Lions Club, have a bottle and can drive. We're doing bottles and cans, collecting them so that we can use them towards some of our organizations that we support, the children's diabetes, blind, all types of organizations that we support. That will be September the 18th, and you can drop your bottles and cans off at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church on September the 18th. We'll be in the parking lot. Myself and several other Lions Club members will have our shirts on. We'll be right in the parking lot. You can come anytime between 9 a.m., I said 8, 9 a.m. and 12. We will be there collecting bottles and cans at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church, which is located on off of 7 Mile and Tracy in Detroit. That'll be 7 Mile and Tracy in Detroit. Hartford Memorial, you can look it up. Hartford Memorial Baptist Church. Tracy is right near the lodge. You can see Hartford from the Lodge freeway, white, tongue tied, right at 7 Mile Road. So that'll be September the 18th. That's coming up soon, 9 to 12. And then we also have a fundraiser. Al Bracy does a fundraiser every Sunday evening at the Goodnight Lounge he's also a Lions Club member, and his club, they do a lot of fundraising at the Goodnight Lounge on Sunday nights, which is located at 17621 West Warren. Again, that's 17621 West Warren. And we also have discount cards and things for restaurants. You all remember the Metro discount cards? So it's similar to that. Okay. And you receive a card and you can walk in and get various discounts. I'll be telling you more about that a little later as well. Again, that's another Lions Club event. And then we've got Wayne County Community College District. This Thursday, tomorrow's Thursday, there will be a back-to-school drive-through rally for the children. Backpacks, books, pencils, pens, and various things that children need. It will be held at the Northwest Campus of Wayne County Community College District from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow, August the 25th. Northwest Campus of WCCCD, 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. Also, classes have started. I've been telling you about classes starting. They started this Monday on the 22nd of August, which happened to be my birthday. But everybody thought I wasn't coming in that day. It's the first day of class. Of course I'm going to be there. So classes started Monday, and they've extended registration right now until August the 27th, which is this Saturday. So if you want to come out and take classes at Wayne County Community College District, please come to the campus now. Sign up for classes as soon as possible. There are all types of programs, grants, and things. And remember, if you are 60 and up, every single class is free. Can we say it again? Can you say free? Free. Every class. If you want to do jewelry making to an HVAC class, math, whatever you want to take, if you just want to do another career because you want to keep busy, all the classes are free for those that are 60 and over at every campus. So go to Wayne County Community College District, the campus nearest you, and sign up today. If you're a veteran, you get veteran assistance. There's all types of veterans classes and help for veterans that would like to go back to school. So again, we've got stained glass classes at the college, senior chair fitness classes. Everybody can't move around. And I can tell you that the exercise classes for seniors fill up very quickly. But now they've added senior chair fitness, where you can sit in your chair and do fitness, as well as water media techniques, stained glass, painting. There's all types of wonderful classes. Introduction to Middle Eastern culture and traditions, all types of great classes, as well as virtual classes. Maybe you don't want to come in and you want to do it from home. Go up to Wayne County Community College District, the campus that is nearest to you, and speak to someone. See what is being offered. I'm only telling you a very few of the classes. Wire working. Maybe you want to start making jewelry and things at home. For you women that are out there, or homemakers that are out there, Always have a side hustle, something you can do
Right.
at home to bring some money to the table in the pocketbook. And if you got a husband, then you definitely, he will love it if you have a rainy day fund. Not for you so you can get away, but for the house. And maybe for you and him to get away,
Mm.
or for whatever reason. Take a class, learn a skill, make some money. Also, I've been sharing with you about the Rocket to Work program at Wayne County Community College District. They have civil testing and technology, construction, and CDL trucking. Go up to the college or call at 496-2634 and ask about the Rocket to Work program. Again, that number is area code 313-496-2634. Wayne County Community College District launches tuition-free skilled trades programs. These programs at Rocket to Work are all free, and there are many of them. CDL, construction, all types of things. And then this weekend at the Downriver campus, there will be a Brit Beat, a tribute to the Beatles. Those of you who like the Beatles, I used to love the Beatles.
Yeah.
Those of you who want to see the Beatles, this is a show that will be held at the Downriver campus. We have a performing arts center there. Tickets are $35, and it will be Brit Beat, a tribute to the Beatles, this Saturday, August the 27th, at 7:30 p.m. So last but not least, let me tell you about some of these jobs. Crescenda Mickles, who we had on our show at PDW Workforce, is thankful for all the people who have called in and have now gotten jobs both here and around the United States for this company, PDW Workforce. She has given me another number for you to reach her at because her phones have been flooding with calls for CDL drivers, for test drivers to drive regular cars. Maybe you'd like to just drive some of the brand new vehicles, Ford, Chrysler, and the various companies, General Motors. You can drive them. They're paying $14.50 an hour to start. You can get your CDL license, $22 an hour to start, and then they will train you. And you can make up to $94,000 a year. Plus, there are many different positions. I keep these things posted on my Facebook page, but that is just one place. PDW Workforce, they are offering employment opportunities around the country. Crescenda Mickles' number that she asked me to give out is 248-910-5412. Again, that's 248-910-5412. And also, there will be a job fair on September the 13th with Member Mary Sheffield and DDOT, the Detroit Department of Transportation, is hiring. They're starting you off at $16.81 per hour for a 12-week program in which they will train you while you're on probation, learning how to get your CDL license and drive. There will be a job fair on September the 13th at 11457 Shoemaker Street in Detroit from 12 to 2. Again, that's 11457 Shoemaker Street on September the 13th. This is a job fair. Walk-ins are welcome. Don't wear your Easter suit, please. Please wear something black, brown, beige, cream. Black, brown, beige, cream. If you don't have a suit, you don't really have to wear a suit, but wear black, brown, beige, and cream. Come dressing for success, for your future. Dress for success. That's September the 13th at 11457 Shoemaker in Detroit, 12 to 2. And then they're going to do it again, a virtual job fair on September the 15th from 10 to 2. And you can go to DDS or go to Council Member Mary Sheffield's Facebook page to sign up. We have also had some people on the Tuskegee Airmen and some other people talking about the drone training. And drones are not just toys. When they came out, they seem to be just toys, but they're not. And I was on a webinar today about practical applications for drone users. And you can use drones to do land surveys, historic preservation, surveying, project planning. And Oakland County is got jobs available. Go to advantageoakland.com and they have jobs available. They did a webinar today showing you some of the wonderful things that the usage of drones. So for those of you who have a drone, know how to use it, using it, and you could be making money with drone training. And those are just a few of the areas in which you can use the drones. And then also the Tuskegee Airmen, which we've shared before, you can go on their website. They have free drone training. Can we say again, free?
Free.
There are so many free opportunities around here that people need to take advantage. But that's why we have community updates. I want to make sure, we want to make sure that you are aware of all of the things that are happening around the city, around the country, around the world. Take advantage of these free opportunities. The Detroit Training Center has classes. I've been sharing with you about that, but the Detroit Training Center, which is located at 5151 Lorraine Street in Detroit, or go to detroittraining.com. They have a bunch of wonderful programs. They started August the 15th through September the 3rd, but you can get your license for many different areas in construction. Some years ago, I was working with Mayor Archer, and he was sharing with the people about going to get your license to do construction. Many people of color are very good at doing construction, very good at fixing cars, very good. Get your license. Then you can work up under Showstack. You can work under Turner Construction and all the other big construction companies. But at that time, when Archer was in office, the class was maybe $200. Now it's $600. But you can still do it. People spend $600 on a suit. They spend $600 on those Batman looking cars. Spend $600 on you and get your training, get your license, so that you can make thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars and really have some cheddar in your pocket. Right. So you can call the Detroit Training Center at 313-221-5876. Again, that number is 313-221-5876. Couple of more job openings. Sitters. DMC Hospital is hiring for sitters right now. They're starting. Sitters mean you're just going to sit with patients at night. They have night shifts available as well as day shifts, and they're starting you off at $14 an hour, and it goes up from there. Babysitters. Some people don't know how to, have babysitting. That's all they've done. Done babysitting and childcare. I was talking to an 18-year-old the other day. Well, the babysitting company in Birmingham is paying you between $25 and $50 an hour. Can I say that again? $25 to $50 an hour. The people that need babysitters need to thank God for grandmas, aunties.
That's right.
$25 to $50 an hour to babysit.
Right.
The babysitting company in Birmingham, check them out. They're hiring right now. So we're going to talk about some other things later. But for right now, let me tell you who we have in the house tonight. We have Pastor Keon, who is the pastor. Tell us the name of your church, Pastor.
New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church in the great city of Pontiac.
New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church in the great city of Pontiac. I went to, you didn't say Missionary Baptist, but I grew up at Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church.
All right,
So,
all right.
so that's how we
in
used to
Pontiac?
say it. No, in
Okay,
Detroit.
okay. Well, we're Missionary Baptist too.
Yes. And then we also have Miss Vanessa Harris, who is here, and they're going to be sharing some things with us about mental health,
Trauma.
youth trauma. Tell us a little about your program and what you're offering and with your program.
Absolutely. Well, Minister White, let me first thank you for if they say that if we knew better, we would do better, and you're certainly providing the community with excellent information that can empower our community, and so I want to just thank you for lending your voice and advocacy to share the relevant information that can really help to bring the economic justice to our people, who we know many are out here struggling right now. So thank you for your service, and thank you for inviting Vanessa and me to come and share with you tonight.
Yes.
So I've been in ministry now almost 30 years. I'm actually this month celebrating my 29th year in ministry. And recently in 2019, I started a doctoral program at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. And I did not know exactly what my focus for my dissertation was going to be, but I stumbled across some science that really shocked me but also encouraged and inspired me to do the work that we're going to talk about here tonight. And that is adverse childhood experiences, a term that has now been coined as ACEs. The acronyms ACEs standing for Adverse Childhood Experiences. And what adverse childhood experiences essentially, what that is basically childhood trauma. And we now know, and actually the ACE study was conducted in the 1990s by Dr. Rob Anda, who at the time was a lead researcher for Kaiser Permanente, as well as the Center for Disease Control. And what he determined is that adverse childhood experiences are the root causes of all of the problems and challenges that we see going on in our communities today. ACEs are directly related to adverse health conditions. They're directly related to substance abuse and sexual addictions. They're directly related to high numbers of incarceration and recidivism. Everything that many of our BIPOC communities deal with, ACEs are the root of it. And what we also know is that while I mentioned BIPOC communities, is that trauma is something that impacts all of us, whether we're black or white, male, female, gay, straight. Trauma does not discriminate. As human beings, we all experience various forms of trauma throughout our lives. But untreated childhood trauma is what causes most of the problems that we see going on in our communities today. And when I focus on BIPOC communities or black indigenous people of color, what we're talking about with those communities is that most of our BIPOC communities are economically disadvantaged. So if I'm a person who lives in a primarily affluent community or a community that has significant wealth or resources, when I experience my traumas, I'm able to alleviate those traumas because of my economic advantage. Whereas in communities of color, where we are mostly in economically disadvantaged communities, we often don't have the resources to, for example, visit a behavioral health support therapist, in part because unfortunately, and I'm a pastor and I've been in this for almost 30 years, but to some degree, the churches, black churches, have stigmatized mental health and mental illness and even actually seeking active help. We've taught people over the years that Jesus is the wonderful counselor. And while we know that Jesus is the wonderful counselor, we also know that he's the great physician. But when we get sick in our body, when we have issues and disease, we still go to the doctor. Whereas when we have mental challenges, we often don't go get the types of support services that we need to help to cope with those traumas. And so just being able to have the awareness around what adverse childhood experiences mean and how they impact all of us is something that Vanessa and I are now engaged in the work of doing through an organization that I recently founded called the Institute of Trauma and Economic Justice.
Okay, wonderful. That is so needed, the Institute of Trauma and Economic Justice. We do have a lot of mental health disparities within the community, and like you said, people of color aren't taught to go get talk to counselors. But people, Caucasian people go to counselors all the time, regularly, and they start as children, going to counseling, Al-Anon, and various. I can remember being in junior high, going to Al-Anon at a school in Berkeley, because that's where I went to school, with some of my school friends. And I'm like, what? Al-Anon? What is that? But it's so needed because we need people to talk to. We all do. Whether we have a mental instability or not, we need people to talk to. I need to do something because we have people that want to call in also this evening. Please, you're viewing community updates right here on WJZZ Cool TV, and we would like you to give us a call. You can catch us every Wednesday from 6 to 7 on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please call us at 313-355-6018. Again, that's 313-355-6018. And I also want you to call in if there's some topics that we haven't discussed, viewers. And again, we thank you for viewing and watching us. we want you to call in and let us know. Let me know some things that you would like to know, and we will make sure that we get it on the dockets to talk about. Because we're doing this for the communities around the United States. So we need you to tell us too what topics you want to talk about. We have a caller calling in. Thank you, caller. Hello. How are you this evening, caller?
Hi, how
Yes.
are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Just give us your first name and tell us what you wanted to share.
My name is Aaron, and I'd like to offer my services as a retired licensed professional counselor.
Okay. Wonderful. You want to offer them to Pastor Keon and the work that he's doing? Can you hear me, Aaron?
I I also
I can't hear
hello,
you, Aaron.
Pastor.
The phone broke up. Can you hear us now? Can you hear us
Yeah,
clearly?
I can hear. I'm watching it on television as I'm speaking to you, so it might be
Turn your sound down. Yeah, turn your sound down because you're getting the replay.
okay. It's down now.
All right.
Much better.
Yes. Thank you. So you said you're a licensed professional and you want to offer your services
Yes,
to
yes,
Pastor Keon and the
and it
program
goes
that he's offering.
it goes in line with what the pastor is saying.
Uh-huh.
The church, we
We've lost you again. We can't hear you again,
I've
Aaron.
dealt with the youth for over 30 years. I work with the veterans at the uh, VA hospital to help veterans with post traumatic stress disorder. I also help youth through University of Phoenix to do groups for those that were incorrigible. But the thing that I found out through my years of counseling, there's something, and my theory is transactional analysis.
Hmm.
I read a book, Transactional Analysis in the Church, and it goes to give understanding what state of mind are you receiving the word. It Transactional analysis looks at id, ego, and superego.
Okay. You want to tell us a little
Now, if
about
you
the
speak
ego
with
and
one
superego?
individual who is in a childlike state of mind, it may not be something that they will be able to get help because they are fighting. And I hear this all the time. This is another example. They say
You're going in and out on us,
childlike
Pastor.
behavior that hasn't been dealt with
Okay, what
because
did you say?
individuals feel like they want to do what they want to do instead of what is needed to be done.
Uh huh.
So I've been doing this, and I would like to. And I heard you say earlier about Wayne County Community College,
Yes, sir.
and if I was able to do a group for youth on conflict resolution
Absolutely.
and as well as family counseling, I would like to have something and do it for without charge. And you said Wayne County Community College. Is there some place at Wayne County Community College where there's a room that could be had and individuals in the community could come once a week? And depending upon the size, it could be more than once a week. But
Well,
to get that help out there to the community.
I'm so glad you said that. All of the rooms, I want everyone to hear this all across radio land and podcast land. Every room is available at Wayne County Community College for free, open to the public for free. Again,
Okay.
can we say free?
Free.
And open to the public. You can reserve the rooms for events like what you're speaking of. If it is a money event where you're getting money, then there's some other stipulations. But if it's a service that you're providing to the community, all of the rooms are free. Some rooms you can
Okay.
cater your food in if you're having food. But yes, so in answer to your question, you can give me a call. I happen to work at Wayne County Community College District, and you can
Okay.
give me a call at 248-238 4863, and I can
Okay.
assist you.
Repeat that for me again.
It's 248
Uh huh.
238
Uh huh.
4863, And I can assist you with getting into the college to utilize
I'm
one of the
missing some
rooms.
numbers. I have 248-384.
248 238.
Okay, I missed the two.
The 238 4863. Tell me what you have now. Aaron, can you hear me? You there, Aaron?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, can you repeat the number back to me that you have?
248-238-4863.
Okay, start all over. Can you hear me?
Yes,
248
248
238
238
4
4863.
4863. Yes, sir, that's correct.
And your name is?
My name is Michelle White. I'm the podcast host right here on Community
Oh,
Updates.
that's you. Hey.
That's me right here on WJZZ Cool TV. So we thank you for calling too. So did you want to share some more, or Pastor Keon, did you want to speak to him regarding some of the transactional analysis
Yeah,
or
I
ego?
I would like to share something with the pastor also,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe in collaboration with him.
Yeah, well, so Aaron, we would love to connect with you. You can contact us at info@itej.org. Just
There's a, but I wanna just share this book right with the pastor. It's transactional analysis in the church.
yep, we got it down. I'm gonna check it out.
That book is very it's easy to read, and it's something that will help the pastor or anyone working in the church to be able to help how we communicate with each other. Are you in a parent-like state of mind where you're using what you know that you've been taught, or are you in an adult-like state of mind where you're using the thoughts to do what you need to do, or are you in a childlike state of mind where you are doing what you want to do?
Well, that goes to the adults too
Yeah,
in the church.
it's all about mindset and how our minds are conditioned. And a lot of
Yes,
times, people develop
yes,
those mindsets based upon some of the traumas that they experience in their lives, the adverse childhood experiences. And we believe that when people aren't aware of how their adverse childhood experiences have impacted them, oftentimes they behave in ways that they don't even recognize their own behaviors. And so, one of the things that the Institute of Trauma and Economic Justice will offer is the opportunity to do full trauma assessments where persons can have a full trauma assessment to understand how they've been impacted by ACEs
yes.
and external determinant factors of health. And not only will they understand those traumas and how they've been impacted, we're also going to be directing them to various services and support programs that can help to counter and treat those adverse childhood experiences. So, Aaron, we would love to connect with you more and anyone. Our website, we're very, very fresh and new. We're in the infant stages of the organization, but our website official launch will not take place until next month. But we invite you to send us an email at info@itej.org. And beginning tomorrow and through the weekend, you can just check the website. It's a strong possibility that our website will be up beginning tomorrow, even though we have not officially done a website or a program launch. So that's going to take place in October.
Do you have a number that people can call?
We don't have a number that people can call. Right now, we're just asking folks to just kind of email us.
Okay.
When you contact us that way, they'll be able they can provide their information, share with us how they want to connect. And then when you visit the website, all the information will be there, and you'll be able to upload your information and communicate with us based upon how you would like to be a part. Because the thing about
Okay.
the Institute is something we're also creating the opportunity for anyone who want to be a part in any way can be able to be a part of this growing movement that we plan to take across the country.
Wonderful. Well, Aaron, you've got that. You've got the info at itej.org is their website.
IT. I didn't get that.
I, in,
IT.
I info at itej.org.
Stands for Institute of Trauma and Economic Justice. Those are the acronyms, ITEJ.
Okay, I got that.
Excuse me. Thank you.
And Michelle, I'm going to give you a call.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We'll
Michelle,
talk.
I'm going to give you a call because we are having a difference in connection, and I wanted to get that other information from the pastor about ITEJ.
Okay, that's fine. We'll look forward to talking with you. Was there more that you wanted to share um, on the ego and ego versus ego?
That was the mindset of the three mindsets he just
Well,
described.
no, that's about it. I just wanted. I didn't have anything else. I just wanted to make sure that I put myself out there to be a part of the community. And when you say free, a lot of times people don't move towards that. And I've had individuals who had places set up for me and said, "Hey, free family counseling for the neighborhood," but the neighborhood isn't involved.
Well, we thank you for calling, and I will look forward to speaking with you at a later time. Thank you for calling, Aaron.
Oh, you're welcome.
Have a good evening. So,
Yes,
Vanessa,
for sure.
okay, bye bye. So, Vanessa, what are you doing? I think we have another caller coming in. We have four more calls.
Wow.
Our next caller, I saw four more calls up there. Our next caller, hello, caller. Call back. We might have lost you. Please call back. So, Vanessa, tell us what about what your I saw your resume and all the wonderful things that you do. What are you all are launching this program now?
Well, I am happy to work with Pastor Keon Payton and the New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church in Pontiac.
You told me so much about it. I'm going to come
I
and visit.
know. I told
Please.
her to come and visit. He's just doing awesome work. You know, to have the mindset to help our community and in a very, not just spiritually, but physically, mentally, socially, building relationships, and then turning those adverse childhood experiences into positive childhood experiences. For instance, tomorrow, for example, we are taking about 25 children and some chaperones over to the Freedom Boat Club in Harrison Township. Just that, you know, so many of the kids have never experienced
Yes.
being on a boat
Yeah.
or even fishing or just being in that type of an environment and seeing what's available to them. So we're looking forward to that. But I'm just happy to be there to help. I've been doing some workshops, some trainings on personalities. I'm also involved in the diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I'm looking forward to doing something in regards to that, perhaps bringing the third option to the church, as well as the gentleman Aaron mentioned about conflict, handling conflict. We're also looking to do a tectonic leadership, which deals with conflict resolution.
Conflict resolution is so important for our children.
It is.
My son was a part of what's called 4-H and children's organization when he was younger, 8, 9, 10, all those kids. And he did through conflict resolution training. And we took them I was a commissioner in the city of Southfield at the time, and we took the kids to the prison, the jail, and, scare them straight.
That's right.
We took them we did a film called Got Caught, Now What? And they still show that film in schools.
Wow.
If you're in a situation with youth and you feel the pressure, these children today feel way more peer pressure than what we felt. They're killing each other at alarming rates. They're bullying at alarming rates. When I was coming up, you knock a kid down once and you knock them down real good and they don't bother you anymore. I don't think that's still happening that way
Sure.
today.
Sure.
But, when you hear all the disparities, so the conflict resolution, I know, and if he's listening, there was a time when he was older, teenager, and his conflict resolution training helped him to get out of cousins fighting, some fights in a bar or in some young person's place, And he was like, this conflict resolution training that I learned when I was little is coming in real handy now.
Exactly.
And I was like, yes,
Yes.
thank you,
Absolutely.
Lord.
Right.
Because that's so true. And children get into situations that they don't know how to get out of.
Exactly.
They don't always want to go with the crowd, but they don't know their fear is that you're going to talk about me. Well, you've got to know how to be comfortable in your own skin. I think that
Absolutely.
one of the things that helps our youth is have them say positive affirmations over themselves. Teach them that when they're 2,
Yes.
4. Start teaching them that when they're in your womb.
Sure.
Too many studies have shown that children are learning in their mother's womb.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Start teaching them then. And I've heard parents say, they're 1, they too little to learn. They are not.
Absolutely.
And if you look at Facebook or Reels, you see all these children just doing phenomenal things. I was looking yesterday, there were 2 children that are entering college one was 11 and one was 12. And we see that more often.
Yes.
Children are intelligent.
Yes.
We've got to stop undermining them, but they need our help.
Absolutely.
They need our direction. We have to teach them. And it takes a whole village, does it not?
It does.
Absolutely.
It takes a whole village, and the church is a part of that village.
Absolutely.
I learned some of the best things when at Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church. My best years, I played with my church friends more than my street friends. You not playing with my street friends.
Absolutely.
We did so much between this Baptist convention and the progressive and the whoever.
Absolutely.
All of that stuff is
Yes.
important.
It's
Get your
important.
children involved.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Churches need to have things for. I remember when my son was coming up, and I had to pick a different church. I didn't have to, but I was growing more, and I needed another place where I could grow. But I wanted a place that had children's church. If you didn't have a children's church,
Yes.
I wasn't going to your church
Okay.
because I wanted my son
Right.
to learn church, and I'm teaching him at home. I need you to help teach him. He doesn't need to sit next to me and not really be listening.
Sure.
Not that they can't listen to the preacher preach too, but they just kind of move better when they have more interactive, fun things.
Absolutely. You know, and one of the things too, the church historically has always been a place to, particularly for black folks, where we have been taught through historical traumas that because of our black skin, that we are worthless or that we're second-class citizens. And so when you talk about ACEs or adverse childhood experiences or childhood trauma, some of that is also related to historical and intergenerational trauma, which is what you're describing now as far as a mother being able to pass that trauma on to her child while the child is being formed in the womb. So for example, we know that when, all that mental illness is really related to is something called allostatic load, that when the brain is exposed to extreme periods of chronic stress, it actually releases doses of a chemical into your body that accumulates over time, and it's called allostatic load. And allostatic load measures 2 things, something called your telomeres and something called cortisol levels. And when your telomeres are measured, it actually, the length of your telomeres can determine life expectancy. So when we talk about African Americans having shorter life expectancy with heart attacks and other forms of disease, oftentimes because of the pre-exposure and length of long periods of exposure to chronic stress that's never been treated. And so when a mother is pregnant and is working 2 jobs, single parent mother, all the conditions and issues that we know so many of our black women suffer from by consequence of trying to just have their child and raise their child correctly, when they're exposed to those long periods of time of chronic stress, the children are impacted in those types of ways as well. And so part of our...
Like even just yelling at them.
Exactly.
Yelling at children, but unfortunately you kind of don't really learn that till you get older.
Yep.
Yelling at children does not really work. That's not the way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there may be times when you have to yell or raise your voice, but that should not be the norm.
Exactly.
That does not do anything. It'll have adverse effects.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. But I think, a lot of times when people are yelling, oftentimes, as the gentleman said a moment ago, we haven't really been taught how to really appropriately communicate to one another. Because oftentimes when you are exposed to chronic stress over a period of time, you're in survival mode all the time. And whenever you're in survival mode all the time, you don't really have the opportunity to really process your behaviors. And so over time, when you are speaking because you're yelling, and you're yelling because you want to be heard, or you were taught to yell because you were, my mama yelled at me, right? And so then we think that because our mothers yell at us, then we should yell at our children. Exactly.
Yeah, but what traumas are we dealing with now?
Exactly. So it all becomes about how do we re-educate ourselves by becoming more aware to our actions and our behaviors, and know how they are rooted in our adverse childhood experiences to have them treated.
So how are you planning to connect with some of the children? Are there trainings and workshops and things, or one-on-ones that you will send the children and their parents? Are you going to work with the children and their parents?
Absolutely.
Just the children?
The children and the parents, because the parents need to be educated as well. So our goal is not, ITEJ is not just something that is for children. It's literally for every living human being that has some level of competency, where they can go online and be able to register and become a part of our organization. So again, when you connect with us, we want to be able to help you to understand how your life has been impacted by traumas. And so by answering a series of questions, these assessments will be able to generate a report to tell you very specifically and in detail how your life has been impacted by traumas. And so once that report has been generated, then we'll be able to know how to direct you to the various services, support services that you need to be able to address those.
Will
Now,
this be all online?
Not necessarily. So what is online is you're connecting with us. When you connect with us and you take the assessments, that will be by way of app on your smartphone or by way of going online. Once that that connection has been made and we're telling you where you need to go, we're not creating programs. We're working primarily with already existing programs that are evidence-based within communities that we know work. In many of our communities, there are some organizations that are doing some phenomenal things.
Yes. So
You've talked about many
them.
of them tonight in the
Yes.
announcements that you shared.
Exactly.
But the problem is people don't get the information. So to the
Which
extent
is why
that
I share it.
right, but I hate to tell you, I might be taking you out of business. Because instead of having this where it's a delay in getting the information, somebody has to share the retweet or reshare the information. If you just connect and take the assessments, periodically you'll be able to start receiving all the information with where you need to go to get what you need, because you input that data in the system. So
I'm not worried.
well, you're gonna want to be a part of IT. I'm gonna bring you. You're gonna have one of our first ITEJ shirts.
Oh, wonderful.
When we have those available.
Okay. See, partnerships.
There we
That's
go.
right, that's right.
We're better together than we are apart.
There we go.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that's a wonderful program. Were you getting ready to share something?
Well,
Vanessa?
just that it's a program that we all need, as Pastor Peyton had mentioned, that it doesn't matter what color you are. And he had an opportunity to go through a training where he's become a master trainer with the ACE program. And it's just knowing that we all need it. And I listened to some of the people that participated in that, and there were gentlemen, Caucasian gentlemen, women, and they shared the effects that they had growing up and how it has affected them today. So it's just a phenomenal opportunity for us to really get the healing that we need in this time. You know, the pandemic caused a lot of us to be isolated and feeling, a spirit of depression and stress and tension, with ourselves, with our family. So this program will help us to understand ourselves.
We've
even
been
better.
red lighted, so that means we only have a few more minutes.
Okay.
Tell us about this event that you have coming up in October the 1st at Kensington Metro Park, JECF 5K Run. What is JECF?
JECF stands for John Evan Cash Foundation. It's going to be at Kensington Park. It's going to be a wonderful concert put on by Kimmy Horn. And this foundation was started from my family members. One of my family members lost her son to depression and problems like that, mental illness. And then there's a phenomenal program that Pastor Peyton and the ITEJ program is doing, and that's going to also be in October. October the
7th, Friday, October the 7th. At the United Wholesale Mortgage, we're going to be hosting a full-day workshop where persons can come. They'll be hearing directly from Dr. Rob Anda, who is the lead scholar on ACEs, and a number of other professionals from around the country who will be talking about ACEs. And so there will be a registration process. It's going to be a free event that we're going to invite persons to participate in, and all that information will be available on our website.
And your website is the one that you're building.
The website is
Well,
itej.org.
That's I-T-E
E for economic, J for justice, itej.org.
itej.org. Be sure and go there. Be sure and come out for the donation giveaway this coming Saturday at 110 7 Mile in Detroit, 10 to 3, ACC Center on 7 Mile. And then also, I wanted to tell you, we're going to talk more about this. Our water filtration system around the country is not doing well. And they had a report on it on the World News this morning. And if you want to get a water filtration, ready, fresh water system, it's similar to the app So Pure Water, you can call 248-798-0232. Again, 248-798-0232 and get a ready, fresh water dispenser at your door. I have one. I love it. I love it. Drinking fresh water. They're finding with all these oil spills and everything that's happening around the world, it's affecting us. Not just Flint. It's not just what happened in LA.
Right.
It's many states.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk more about that again next week. But again, we thank you for tuning in to WJZZ Cool TV Community Updates right here on Community Updates right here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, the mental. Oh,